Apologies, folks. Just realised I didn't put the mic back on. But, we'll be back with the Auckland ball. I've just got an issue with the clock here. Wheelchair rugby, one of the few mixed gender full contact sports. It looks as though there might be an equipment timeout as well. Coral Hedemeier on court helping Gareth Lynch. The only reason why that's much of a deal, Coral's actually with the Canterbury team, so it shows what the community spirit that's involved in wheelchair rugby. Eight seconds left for them to score. Doesn't count until it's touched on court. Now it's taken away. Aoki with the turnover though. Who cares how much time was left? Yes, Aoki adds another 13-5. Canterbury commanding lead at the start. Ball there to Marshall Armai. Famous first cousin, I'll get to in a moment. Ball down to Lynch. And Lynch grabs at the one-pointer. Just about everywhere I go with the live stream, somebody knows Gareth Lynch. 13-6, just over 30 seconds to play. Dylan Lloyd also playing for Otago at in this competition. Otago in Division 2. Proud Dunedin Knight, if that's what you want to call them. Great support of the Otago Highlanders. As Aoki winding through. As the count comes in, scores with 5 seconds left. 14-6. Jennings, long ball down. Can Lynch get there? Out of time. And that's the end of the first period here. First game of Division 1. It is Auckland 6, trailing Canterbury 14. We'll be back shortly. Second period coming up. Rugby Naitonals, welcome back. Second period at the moment. Canterbury in command. 14-6 they lead. Auckland though with the ball. Barry. Dylan Lloyd gets his hand in the way. Ends up with Lynch. Lynch trying to get round. Lloyd there. Oh, Oki does a lot of work. Chaka Oki just using his experience. And it'll be a turnover. Manages to knock Gareth Lynch out of court. Bevin Jenkinson of Bev's Broadcasting. Good to have you wherever you tuned in. As Todd has his court to himself. Good work there by Mitchell Simpson off the ball. And the lead now 9. Armai. Barry ends up cleaning up. Back to Armai. She gets over halfway. 12 seconds to get over halfway once you gain possession. And Marshall Armai scores Auckland 7th. Yeah, she's been around, I think she said to me started 2013, she started playing. Will Blake's co-captain and one of the best female players in the world as well. So Oki adds another one to his tally. Barry already played one game today for D Sport Wellington in the Division 2. This is Division 1. Barry does well, but Oki gains his 4th turnover. 17-7 the margin, now 10 into double figures. Michael Barry recently classified into the sport. He is ambulatory, which means he can whoop. Oh, Jennings right on the line. 17-8. All that noise you can hear is from the other court, the Australian Miners taking on the brand makers Waikato Stampede. 21-8, the Australian Miners leading. As Aoki picks it up again. Makes it easy work. 18-8. Aoki gets his arm in the way, ends up back with Todd. Nice flick back to Aoki. And his 35 as well as his stars and stripes as he's often done in his career. John. There with Jenny. Sorry folks, just had to fix that video issue. 19-9. Canterbury leading. Marshall Armai marked both Simpson and Aoki. There with Jennings. Jennings on that left side. Ball over to Marshall Armai and it's out of her reach. And out of court. There's Canterbury ringing some changes. Levo Mihaka and Cody Everson on court. Levo Mihaka, another player playing in two teams. He's playing for Otago, where he now lives. Actually came from Auckland. Moved down a couple of years ago. As Cody Everson just loses this cold over his shoulder. That one's going to be a blooper. Mihaka Jennings strips it, and it'll stay with Canterbury. So Everson there with Mihaka. He's another player playing on Tuesday. Stripped here with Aoki. Spins around a couple of times. Ball down to Mihaka. Oh, well taken there by Marshall Armai. We classified this last year from a 2.5 to a 2. It was at the 2024 Paralympic qualifier tournament in Wellington last year. There's Marshall Armai harassed by Oki. 18 left on the try clock. There to Barry. Back to Jennings, and Jennings scores. There with Mihaka, he gives it off to Aoki. And Aoki's just racking up his tally. 20 to 10 now. 4:14 left, second period. Jennings. Turnover for Canterbury. Jennings trying to turn over. Here's Barry. Yes, he has. Tosses the ball down to Marshall Armai. She picks it up just in front of the key. 20-11. .349 left first half. As Mihaka scores his second. 21-11, 3.5 to play. Jennings shows the ball to Oki. Oh, I thought that ball was going to bury. It ends up with Marshall Armai. I don't think Auckland will worry about who scores their tries. Just racking up another, trying to close that margin. Oki, drag race with Marshall Armai. Barry there to stop him, can't. And Jennings just watches him go by. .22-12, just over 3 to play. As held ball and a turnover for Auckland. So when if whoever wins the tip off, the arrow goes to the opposite team, and then alternates at every period, or when we have a held ball like there, 2 players in possession at the same time is the most common occurrence. There's a few others though as well that can apply to it. Mitchell Simpson classified down to a 0.5 as we've got a bit of a clock issue here. Everything's been reset. The clock has reset itself to 8 minutes. Not too sure what's going on there, but oh, trust me, like, we had very little issues in the first game, which is a miracle, because usually first game of the week of the tournament can be a bit disorganised and all over the place. with clocks not working and I'll come back with it. Thank you, Sheree Porter. There with Everson. Straight to Aoki. 3 to play. Second period, first half. And another try there to Canterbury. Canterbury charges the local side because we're playing in Pioneer Stadium in Somerfield, Otatahi, Christchurch. Here's Marshall Armai down to Barry. There to Jennings. And Jennings scores another one to his tally. 23-13. Second period here from Tamaki, the side from Tamaki Makoto. Marshall Armai working off some good defending. Still 30 seconds left on the try clock. Jennings bounces it, ends up in Oaki's hands though. Ball there to Mihaka. He loses it. Who's going to end up with it? It's going to bounce around a little bit. And it's a jump ball situation again. And it'll be with Auckland. There's Canterbury running some substitutions. Dylan Lloyd and Michael Todd on the court. Dylan Lloyd, a lot of the general posts you see on New Zealand Wheelchair Rugby social media is him. He helps it run through his company, Dills Creative. And it's a nice ball there to Lynch, to Barry. Now Jennings on that right side. Now then to Marshall Armai. And Marshall Armai scores. 1:51 left in second period. Give and go with Everson and Aoki. There's Barry with a turnover. Gets off Lloyd. Aoki there, big hit on Barry. And Jennings will score. There's the wheel spinning around very well there. First time we've had a player hit the hardwood. In this game, we certainly had a few in the second. A few in the first game, sorry. Up and about, no issue. There with Todd. Down to Aoki. And Aoki gets off Barry. And Canterbury score their first in a while. 24-15. Jennings has been part of the Wheel Black squad in previous times. Long ball down. As Lynch is going to lose the race to Aoki. At the age of 7, started playing wheelchair basketball, won a few national titles as a teenager. And then in 2004, the Oscar-nominated documentary Murder Ball came out and took up and liked what he saw of the sport. That's how he got into wheelchair rugby. Murder Ball doco was about covered the American, USA and Canada teams' progress as Barry loses this over his back, picks it up. Trying to qualify for the Athens Paralympics in 2004, and the best part of that documentary is Marshall Armai finds Barry, and Barry squeezes through. Is at the end when, before the credits, they say that Canada beat the USA in the semi-final and went on to lose the final to the sixth-ranked team in the world, the All Blacks. New Zealand's only ever wheelchair rugby gold medal in the sport at international level. His turnover 21. Sorry, not a turnover. Still with Canterbury. 21 seconds left. Yes, Tyler. It's a menace for Aoki. And it's down to Lloyd. Oh, he's lost it through his hands. And Lloyd is a bit disappointed with himself, playing in the two development games on Tuesday. He played at Cal's Arena, Cal Stadium, games at 10 a.m. and 2 p.m. live on New Zealand Wheelchair Rugby Facebook page, courtesy of Bev's Broadcasting. 5 seconds left here in half as Todd just bats it away. 2 seconds left. Hoki gets his arms going, but it's going to run out of time. No try. And at the half-time break, it is Canterbury 25, leading Auckland 16. Welcome back, third period of Game 2 of the 2025 New Zealand Wheelchair Rugby Nationals. 26-15 is the home side leading the Auckland Rhinos. There's Aoki streaming away. 27-15, they lead. Canterbury just conserving a bit of energy, just sitting back in the key. On court to the Australian Miners leading 32-17 against the Brandmakers Waikato Stampede as Michael Barry scores his third of this game. Todd being marked there by Marshall Armite. Lloyd coming through, and Lloyd will score his first of this match. He'll be playing in the next one coming up at 1 p.m. New Zealand time. It's the Otago side taking on D-Sport Wellington. It's long ball down to Marshall Armite. Margin now 11. Any questions or comments, folks, please put them in the chat. I'll get round to them when I see them. There's Todd and Jennings working against each other. Ball down to Everson, is it? It's going to bounce out. And it'll be back with Auckland. Now here's a funny anecdote for you. In wheelchair rugby, you got your benches, and you always, first half you play away from them, and you score at your benches end in the second half.
Yeah.
But some new people get quite confused about it. And as Barry, almost gets a good pass away, but ends up for the second time in this game flat on his back. And I was commentating the second game at the 2018 World Champs in Sydney. Canada-France. France started with the ball, and Canada took off defending the end they needed to score it. This is at an international level it happened. I was confused. My co-commentator was like, yeah, France were like, are we actually going the right way? The sights and scenes you see in sport in general, to be honest. There's Michael Berry just being rewritten. I just copped a little bit of a knock to the back of the head there, but seems to be okay. He was Michael Berry. He's actually just come off court from that collision. Dylan Lloyd, who's about to get the ball, is playing in the next game as well. So is one of the other Canterburyans off the court at the moment. It's Todd getting over halfway. Mother usually here in loud support. It was busy today though, so if you are watching, Christine, I hope you're well. 28-17, Canterbury Chargers are leading. It's out of court, but still with Auckland. Lynch batting it down, finds Marshall Armite. Getting the ball just over halfway. Good hands there by Lynch. Sits with it, back over the head. Nice ball there to Marshall Armite. And Auckland starting to gel now. It's alright, Vinny, you're still on your pegs. Michael Todd. Oh, ball straight over the top of Aoki. Had no chance of getting that one in. He'll be back with Auckland. And another turnover from the Canterburyans. (30-18). 5:20 left as Jennings is out of court. I think he's trying to argue that, but he's literally sitting on the line there. Hunter Corson, student at St Paul's Collegiate School in Hamilton. Here's Aoki, scores Canterbury's 31st. Marshall Armite down to Jennings, who gets it in the front court. Todd unhappy, he couldn't push him back. Aoki there. Jennings still with it. Spinning around the back. There's 15 left on the try clock. Bit of a show and go from Jennings. Everson tying him up. Now with Marshall Armite. Marshall Armite backs out of the key. Now goes forward, there to Nathaniel Tairi as time is up on the try clock. The 42nd violation. And Canterbury with another turnover. It does look as though, unfortunately, Michael Berry did cop a whack to the back of the head when he went over that. Hope he's okay, he's got a bit of ice on it at the moment. Ball there to Mihaka. Mihaka gets his hands going through. Roomed with him a couple of years ago at Nationals. (31-19) now. 32-19, sorry. .403 left third period. There's all out of court, so still with Auckland. It is Mahawani comes onto the court for the first time. Started playing the sport only a year or two ago. Jennings being caught up by Aoki. Aoki gets his hands in the way. Can Jennings clean it up? No, he can't. It's a 12-second violation. Got 12 seconds to get over halfway. And then force the turnover if you do that. There's Mihaka fighting off Jennings. Pops the ball down to Everson. And Cody Everson doesn't mind scoring tries. The 1-pointer. Local boy as well. I believe he may have played rugby union actually with Anton Leonard Brown and another. There's Marshall Armai, streaks through Mihaka, gets a bit of a whack from Cody Everson, and we have our first puncture. Of this match. Awesome to have you, Philippa Wallace, tuning in, watching the sport for the first time. As I've been saying though, if you've got any questions, pop them through and we'll put them, and I'll let you know the answer when I see the comment. Right, Myers tyre fixed, so back with Jennings. Jennings trying to find a hole through. Can't. Ball there to Matawani. And Matawani scores his first try. do apologise about these technical issues, folks. Is just having a couple of issues, although I see we're back, so I do apologise. Haven't missed much other than another Aoki try. Andy Phillips over on the other court. It is 42-25. The Australian Miners leading the Brandmakers Waikato Stampede. Big thanks to the sponsors, but the brandmate of this 2025 Nationals, the Brandmakers, Keith Lawgerson Charitable Trust, Lynn River, Melrose Concert Chairs, Parafed Canterbury and Pub Charity Limited. Can't have a sport without the great generosity of businesses and organisations. That are able to help. Jennings winding up Canterbury, just savouring a little bit on D. And Jennings crashes through, 36-20. There to Lloyd. Lloyd scores his third. Coming up in an hour's time, Otago taking on D-Sport Wellington. There's Aoki with another turnover. And another try to his tally. I don't have enough fingers, toes and everything else to count. How many of the 37? I would say roughly 30. There's Marshall Armour, nice pop ball down to Jennings. And it's 38-21 now. Lloyd. Be happy to see the he was working for the Southland Rugby Union last year as part of the media team. I'm sure he's happy about the Southland Stags taking the Ranfurly Shield off Waikato last Sunday. Got a big mission tomorrow though, playing Canterbury at home for the Ranfurly Shield. As Aoki. There's a little bit of check there by Marshall Armite, but makes no mistake with it. Canterbury sitting back on D. Jennings, along with his Auckland teammates, just moving the ball up. Now he starts to wind up and do his work. Trying to find a hole on that right side, can't. Comes back through the centre. Ball back to Lynch on the corner. And it's 40-21. As Canterbury call a timeout under the new rules come in this year from World Wheelchair Rugby. Inside the last 2 minutes, if you call a 60-second timeout, you can either take it. If you do, either way though, you can foul the ball all the way up to the front court now, where Michael Todd has it. 39-22. As try there scored by Aoki, 3 seconds left. As Auckland this time calling their timeout. Might as well use them. Three seconds left. Time doesn't start until it's touched on court. So it is possible. Ball to Lynch, misses out, no touch, so still 3 seconds left. As Canterbury this time cooling there, 60-second timeout so they can throw the ball to the front. The other court, 46-26, the Australian Miners leading the brand makers Waikato Stampede. Aoki with the inbound. Todd sitting high, Lloyd sitting high, it goes towards Lloyd, sits with Lynch, and that'll be the end of the third period. It is Canterbury 40 leading Auckland 22. Okay, welcome back. Aoki adding another one to his tally to start the fourth period. Getting 9:23. There's Jennings, gets ball over halfway, Todd in the way of it though. Tips it to Aoki, back to Todd. And Todd makes no mistake again. Lynch and Marshall Armite. Ball down to, straight to Aoki, who just watches it go out of court. (40-23), the Canterburyans leading. Aoki trying to find some holes. It's over halfway and just making things look easy at the moment. Straight through Marshall Armite and Jennings, no problems. 31-23. Ball there, and it's going to bounce out short. No chance for Lynch to get it. Aoki, four-time Paralympian with the USA team. There too. Todd. Ball there to Aoki, nice pass down to Cody Everson, pretty much unmarked. 42-23. Have a whistle go off. Play on as the call. Get a Jennings. Everson and Mitch Simpson there to greet him. Nice hands there from Aoki though. With the turnover, Marshall Armite can't stop him. And a nice soft pass down to Everson. 43-23. Margin now 20, the most it's been on court one today. Don't forget, coming up at 1 PM New Zealand time in about 50 minutes, Otago taking on D-Sport. Everson has it at the front of his chair. Jennings trying to dislodge Todd there. As Gareth Lynch might be the first player in the bin in this game. Illegal use of hands. Sits there for either 30 seconds of game time or a try from Canterbury. Used to be 60 seconds, now it's 30. Generally a try scored before the time was up though. Aoki just winding down the clock. In the other court, 49-29, Australian Miners leading the Brandmakers Waikato Stampede. Gives it off to Mitch Simpson. And Mitch says, thanks very much, Chuck. Here's Marshall Armai calls for an inbound. You can do that, and players have to let you go. But you've also got to take the inbound, you can't change your mind. Give and go with Lynch and Marshall Armai. Working around well. Pop ball down to Jennings. Back to Barry. Michael Barry's back on court after a nasty head knock, when I find my words. 44-24. Todd trying to find support. Oh, hits the front of Opie's chair, but some great control of it. And that's another. Lynch on a bit of a spin out of his hands as equipment timeout called for Tyler Jennings. It's as though it might be a Will replacement. Quick release those tyres and axles, it's so quick even I can do it. And I'm really not the most mechanically able. Actually, I was saying about don't ask me about the last time I went into a rugby chair. Was at Auckland training 10 days ago, and I got outdone by the 0.5s in warm-ups. Not for the first time either. There's Manawani back on court. Gareth Lynch. Awani, Jennings, Barry and Marshall Armai for Auckland. Aoki, Todd, Everson and Mitch Simpson for Canterbury. Barry trying to find a hole. Tries to get it away, can't. Aoki with a steal. And he just gives himself two good pushes, knowing that he's been dominating this game pretty well, even if it's not the score. This scores Canterbury's 46. 46-24, so 56 left in this last period. Jennings can't wind up. Okay, with another steal, is it? Yes, it is. You can see why he's one of the most high players in the sport. And this time it's Everson scoring his third. 47-24. Jennings can't find a way through this time. Marshall Armai there gives it up to Barry. Michael Barry. It was another. Likely TV playing the next game. He is rostered to play for D Sport. D Sport Wellington, where he's based. This ball down to Mitch Simpson. Just pick it up. Went to Japan with the development side and also playing on Tuesday. Against the Australian development. 52-32 Australian minors leading on the other court. It's tied there to Everson. And Everson decides to do it backwards. Doesn't matter how you do it, long as two wheels get over the line. Forwards, backwards, sideways, whichever way you can. Marshall Armite pops it down to Jennings. And it might be out of reach, yes it will. Used to be 10 seconds, it's now 8. And another turnover for the Chargers. Aoki marked quite well by Jennings. Simpson there, but it's out of his reach. Simpson was all on his own, the .5. There's Marshall Armite. Calls for the inbound. 2.5 minutes to play in this one. There's ball from Barry down to Jennings. Everson cleans it up though. And scores his third of the period. 49-25. Armite trying to find a player. Finds Barry. It's a bit of entanglement with Marshall Armite. 12 seconds of counting down, gets it over half. And who's going to end up with this? With Aoki in the end. And a nice ball over the back of his shoulder. The Chargers bring up the half century. 50-25, 1:51 left. Coming up in about 40 minutes time on a new link on this page, folks. D-Sport taking on Otago. Official live stream event number for me, 350. Started doing this 7 years ago. Here's Jennings, going to send it long down court. It's not going to find an Auckland player. And the reason why you had to throw it was because you'd rather have the inbound down the other end than close to the opposition's try line. There's Aoki. To Todd, but the only closest player is a teammate. He scores. Canterbury's 51st. Jennings can't find a way through there yet. Finds Barry. Barry's locked in though. He only got 8 seconds to defend the key. As that happens. This time it's Marshall Armite. The attacking player, a player from the attacking team, can't be 8 seconds or more inside the key. The defending side can't have all 4 players in it. There's Mitch Simpson to, well, it was going to be to one of his supporting players, but top Marshall Armite in the head, good old fashioned Falcon. See, could have seen there on the screen, Mitch Simpson have a good laugh about that one. Aoki, no issue. Canterbury call their 30-second timeout so they can propel the ball to the front court. I've seen somebody ask Ants if he's not playing. No, he's not playing at Nationals due to family commitments, but he is playing in the development series on Tuesday. Jennings, 36 seconds left in this period. Trying to catch through, can't. And tips off the fingers of Marshall Armour into the hands of Aoki. Eight seconds left. And Aoki just sails through. 53-25. As Auckland call another timeout, so we'll go to the front court. 4 seconds left. Jennings finds Aoki. He's going to bunt it down. And that is full time. Game number 2, the first one of Division 1. Canterbury Chargers 53, defeating Auckland 25. We're back in 40 minutes for Game 5. It'll be Otago taking on D-Sport.